Ahoy! Boy!
Hi there.
Hi!
What?
I've moved out as well.
Damn it! I'm gonna grow old and die alone.
I'm right here. I'm even closer than Silent is. And we're both
yeah.
between you and your actual base. Thank goodness.
You never visit. You're never right. You don't even call.
Hey yo, it's Lyarrah, and you join me today back over here on Truly Bedrock, where I am gathering supplies to finally use something that we've been stockpiling since like day 2 of the server. That's right, this lonely little sea pickle here. That sea pickle is finally going to get some companions, to get lots of companions. And I'm going to finally set up a shop, though it's mostly going to be selling things for free, because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but me, I am sick of all these drowned, which apparently now that I'm looking for them to complain about them aren't anywhere to be seen. Hello? Excuse me? You're making me look bad over here, guys. No, seriously, there's been so many. See, there's one. There's one. No, y'all have seen how many drowned there are that are issues, and I was originally just going to go ahead and make the sea pickles and go attack the floor around here myself, but I realized there are some people who have taken their lighting situation into their own hands already. Some of them, it's just by putting up conduits, but on the other hand, the pro builder side of the island over here has, like, you know, set up their own little islands and everything, and I do not want to just go throw pickles down willy-nilly underneath them when I don't know whether they even want to do that as their lighting situation. So my plan instead is that I am going to pick a spot over here to plop down a shop, and that shop is going to have 2 price points on it. One of those price points is going to be for cases where people are trying to spawn-proof the area around spawn here. And the other price is going to be for people who are using them for their own builds. In other words, I'm giving them away if they're for spawn. And otherwise, you gotta pay me. There's 2 tricks to this. The first trick is that I don't know if I should be putting a pickle jar directly in front of Tiz's horse that I've already pranked. And the second trick is making sure that I make this pickle jar big enough to be able to hide my farm for it in the basement of the shop. I think this should be a good size of pickle jar. We'll judge it afterwards, and I definitely don't have enough glass, but yeah, we're definitely going to be annoying by making sure that you have to come into the brine in order to be able to buy anything. That's for certain. And this is why we need these pickles, because tried and drowned got me again. Hi. It's been a while. Yeah, I had a whole thing recorded about building this here pickle jar, but unfortunately I had forgotten to pull my mic close enough for it to actually consistently pick up my voice. Amateur stuff, you know, but that's fine, because like I said, it's been a little while since I actually got to talk to you guys, since I recorded the previous part, and so there's well, for one, there's a pickle jar already, but there's also, like, some other things that I need to show you. So this is the pickle jar shop. As promised, it's 1 diamond for 3 stacks, or it's free if it's for spawn island use. I did just refill it yesterday. Looks like there's been people hitting more of the outside, which is not surprising because there is a dolphin racetrack out there now. Which, like, I believe Ricky Roy is who did it, but I need you all to see this cute little dolphin it's the cutest pixel art. It's like, you know, I just realized what it reminds me of, that it's making me squeal this much. Like, perler charms. Like, the things that were, like, made out of beads that were then, like, hot ironed together and made into little keychains and stuff. Like, those were all the rage when I was a little kid. Or not even, like, that little. And I don't even know if those are a thing anymore. But yeah, pickle jar filled with water, which meant that I got to get away with using coral for the sides of it. Lots of pickles in here. I did try putting some of the mini blocks down here, but unfortunately they don't waterlog, so we had to settle for a couple slime heads that are floating in here. And I wound up putting the farm for it down under here. Now, I have made a couple tweaks to it just because I have learned better redstone over the years and managed to cram it into a slightly tighter space for the sake of maintaining the jar, because it does perfectly continue down underneath. I'm very proud of this, and it even continues under the water because I realized I didn't have enough space. But it's effectively the design that I have a tutorial on. It's about the only tutorial on my channel. Because I am not a technical player, but, I have bone meal. Yes, good. Okay, I can show you how this works. Put bone meal in, I'll keep the glass block for right now, and we're gonna go around the other side and flip this switch. This is super simple on an observer clock because that's the only kind of clock that I usually make for anything. And the same signal is both activating our dispenser onto the pickles and causing these pistons, which have been waterlogged so that the water doesn't get too messed up from them. It's pushing them out. Technically, this can be made more efficient if I knew the right way to delay them using the repeaters, but I don't, so I really need to just, like, drag Rogue down here one of these days, or Silent down here, somebody, to take a look at this and tell me how to make that even better. They all get watered on down into these chests, and the chests eventually empty out into shulkers. So that means that anytime that I need to restock the shop, I can just come in here, drop off an empty, and pick up a fresh one, which technically I guess I can go ahead and put one up there right now. I also have spare cactuses over here in case I need to dye anything green. And I think I'll pop this one right back there. So now we've got a couple more pickles in here. Of course, this is not the only shop that I am planning on building. And I wanted to go ahead and get y'all's opinion on the one that I'm working on. So welcome to my fresh new test world. You're going to see that in a few minutes. And this should be ignored because the only thing that I'm happy with about it is the clay. I mean, I guess I'm happy with those, but this is not going to be relevant for a while. What is relevant is that I am a sucker for using glazed terracotta in obnoxious ways. And so welcome to Subway. Anybody who is over the age of about 25 will probably remember when it looked like this, although I guess that's only going to really be the Americans and the Canadians that had the decor like this. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it was decor other places. So first of all, if you're in a place that doesn't have a Subway at all, alright, they are a sandwich restaurant. You pick what meats and what veggies you want on the salad, they toss it in a little oven, and then hand it to you, and you can get cookies if you want, and they usually have, like, those new Coke machines that you can, like, mix and match flavors on. You know, well, I guess they never had that at the same time that they had these decorations, but that's beside the point. This is why I couldn't take mud bricks seriously when they were introduced, because while, yes, I did also see, like, a Philadelphia brownstone immediately from them, my other instinct was, oh my god, it's the tile that every single fast food restaurant I have ever worked in and that was built in the 80s or 90s had. So that is coupled with the yellow terracotta, which if you didn't realize, like you can arrange terracotta in so many different ways to create so many different patterns, and it is just the most fun thing to do. So we've got kind of the wiggly diagonal that I used in here. You've got like this flower. You can do this cool comet swirl. Like I like to think of this as like the journey around the sun or something. But Subway restaurants used to have like actual newspaper clippings about subways and paper subway maps from like the 20s up on their walls as their wallpaper. And it was always like gratuitously yellow. And so this is what I think of as Subway still, even though they're like white and green now. Originally, what I wanted to do is set this up so that people could like mix and match food. But number one, I was having difficulty trying to figure out a trigger system for it. I did have the note blocks in here most recently, but it just was going to take too long to put stuff into a shulker or anything. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have named, like, numbered specials that are existing sandwiches you can order. And they are going to be a shulker box that is lined with bread. I've yet to decide whether it's just going to be one row across the top and bottom or a full stack within each of those. And then it's going to be other items put in the middle here. So you might go ahead and have like your sandwich with chicken and what goes with chicken that I have around here? So we might do one chicken sandwich that's like got like lettuce and mustard on it too, and we'd have like two stacks of each or something to spread it out across it, because I do want these to all be full stacks across the middle. Or maybe we'll have a chicken sandwich that's like a chicken marinara. So we've got redstone in there, and we can put like some vines to be basil or something. You know, just things like that to make the references. The idea is that I want to pick out about 3 diamonds worth of stuff to put inside. Maybe even 4 diamonds. The reason I say that is because shulker boxes have a going price right now of 2 diamonds. And I want to make these be 5 diamonds because, you know, $5 foot longs, as it was in the old days. I think they have like a 6-inch meal deal with the meatballs still or something. I don't know. I used to eat too much Subway, but now I don't live anywhere near a Subway, so I don't anymore. I have been attempting to make my Philly cheesesteak sandwiches at home. Which, let me try to make a Philly cheesesteak real quick. Alright, here's my concept for the Philly cheesesteak one. And we'd have to, like, put, like, 3 steaks beef or something in here to make it work out. But we've got beef, we've got honeycomb in here to be the cheese, and I might be obnoxious and rename the items, or I might want to save the levels. Got green candles, because, like, we can't use sea pickles as peppers, because sea pickles are pickles. So these kind of look like jalapenos, you know? And then we got mushrooms, because I personally like my Philly cheesesteaks to have mushrooms. Not that they have them at Subway, but, you know, we're in Minecraft. We can make our own rules. So what I need from all of you peeps is suggestions for sandwiches. What are some combinations of 3 to 9 items that I can put in 9 slots that you think would be fun puns on actual sandwiches? Like, what could I put into a Reuben, or like a tuna salad, or, you know, just whatever your favorite sandwich is. Or even just things that like feel like good puns on sandwiches. I want suggestions of those, because I want to have about 8 or 9 different sandwiches that I'm selling at the shop. So, of course, back over here on the server, I am now heavily regretting only having 2 villagers. But I do get 3 stacks of bread from them per go. And, you know, I am going to be down here getting quite a lot of emeralds so that I can get quartz off of all of these guys. Yeah, there's a lot of trading and stuff going on down here. But stuff hasn't only been going on down here. I've actually been working on a bunch of stuff on the surface. Because now that we finished, well, finished is a strong word, as you can see over here. But now that we, at least I'm done with my part over here at Soy's base, I have gone to do my own mini base. And rather than show you guys directly, I'm going to spend some time trading with these lads and let you see the tour I gave Zoe earlier. Come over here. I want to show you around the outside still needs some detailing, but I want to show you around the inside that gets your opinion on some stuff before I start doing the other rooms on it. It's going to have a better entrance than that, don't worry.
I mean, that's very appropriate, I figure. I mean, could use a periscope, but other than that, great.
Yeah, I could definitely use a periscope, definitely.
How do we get out, though?
I'll show you that last.
All right.
I'm still experimenting with whether I want some of it to be the slightly more aged copper. I'm just kind of letting it go as it is. But here's our main cockpit. It's got seats and everything. Yeah. I'm very proud of the computer screens.
Yeah, I'm very admiring of the computer screen right now.
Yes, you definitely are.
No, I like this.
I'm in love with Foxy's like placeable item things, like the invisible item frame type thing that he's got. Look, it's like a set of keys hanging there.
Yeah.
The clock doesn't move, but it looks like it's like a pressure gauge or something because of it. So it's like, of course it's stuck at the top because we're at the surface. And then like I'm using the lanterns as like walkie-talkies throughout the place.
Oh, you should get like blue ones sometime, just, you know.
Oh, that might be better. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if you want or don't want to weather this entire way through because, you know, orange and teal kind of goes together.
I know I don't want it to be
like
full
this
weathered.
texture. The thing is, I like this texture, but it's kind of frustrating in the just make up your mind, you know, which one you want to be.
Everybody was really liking the way it was looking as just like the fully fresh, but I felt like it was too bright.
It's not just too bright, it doesn't have any depth to it. It almost absorbs the like lighting that game applies to it. It looks too flat.
Highly reflective. That's the thing. Like it looks shiny and reflective. Part of me wants to like go through the trouble of like making paths that are still more shiny, that are like this is the most worn area, like foot traffic and stuff like that. But I just don't think it would communicate well. I'm sad.
It wouldn't scan. It simply wouldn't scan that way because it's not on a big enough scale. And also it's a very claustrophobic build, so you won't even you won't track it.
The little side rooms here, these two are practically identical, but these are like...
I didn't even recognize these shears as shears because of how like it looks like they're hanging off of the hook, of the little ring on top.
I don't even know what they look like to me, but man, they're just such a good item to have just like laying around somewhere in here.
They look like a wrench. They look like an upright wrench. The ring is the wrenching, the clenching part, and the other side is where you hold them.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I think that's what they remind me of.
Well, they've always reminded me of like tongs, like pasta tongs.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you for the suggestion using the banners as computer screens. I don't think this is exactly what you had in mind, but...
No problem. Listen, you kind of knocked it out of the park because I completely forgot that you even can do gradients on banners. And this is a great way of just doing the matrixy flow from black to green. Yeah,
I was trying to make it look... I gave some of them the gradient and some not, just to make it look like...
Yeah. So they look like tuned off and tuned on and that kind of stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Also, just because it's half banners, kind of, like you separated them down the middle. They scan more as item frames than they do as banners. You don't immediately recognize them for what they actually are, and it's such a neat trick.
Drifting in the wind.
Well, you know how monitors are; they shake all the time. It's the usual.
I've got one room made up in here.
Nice. This is the only
Nice.
room so far that actually looks like it's on a submarine.
Yeah. Well,
It's
and I
the
mean,
only one where it's like actually cramped and sweaty, and I hate it.
Okay, so yes, I should replicate that to the other ones. Cool.
The question here is, do you have the nuclear reactor?
No, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with like areas in the back here and like what else. I hadn't even thought of putting any kind of like a reactor or anything into the place.
Because that's the thing. You have a cargo room, but I don't really think that there's such a thing as a cargo submarine.
Well, I mean, there's not. No. Yeah, that's Lamp.
Okay.
He lives here. His name stands for Little Assistant Machine Person. Chat helped me name him.
Oh. Okay. That's an incredible amount of thought that went into that particular gag. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
We started out with just naming him Lamp with the omelet because Lamp.
Yeah, we came up with the acronym before we came up with everything else.
Yeah, it's an acronym.
Fine.
It's great. But yeah, no, I hadn't even thought about the fact that an engine room would be a good thing to have on here. Like, no duh. Why did I? Okay, yeah.
You gotta move this somehow eventually. But then again, last I checked, it doesn't really have like any turbines or anything that actually would move it.
Yeah, I want to put like I need to put like turbine or a fin or something on the back anyway. So it's like,
I mean, both.
Yeah, probably both.
So what's this then?
The way in and out. It's like the like the diver rooms. I don't know what they're actually called. I should look that up because
I mean,
feel
water
like that
physics
feels
in
like something I
Minecraft
should know.
already are what they are. I'm just kind of,
No,
it's
no,
the
this is
connected vessels kind of a rule, when one is full, another one isn't.
See, you see how I have these around the whole place?
Yeah.
These are all supposed to be like
Shut-offs.
sealable doors.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, those.
Yeah, the bars are not supposed to be bars. They're supposed to be like the toothy edge of a thing that can then go ahead and slot together or slot into the side, which is why I used the blocks that have kind of like the things on them around them.
Okay. No, I see that.
Yeah.
Usually
And
you
the
would do
thing-
like stairs, but it's way too crammed in here to do that.
Exactly. And the theory is that something like this, when you're at regular air pressure in here at the surface, you can safely hop in and out. Real boats do things like this already, and submarines do as well. But obviously once they're underwater, this is going to get the water pressure is going to be higher.
I'm just saying, it's a missed opportunity. You could have had a pressurization room. Airlock, that's the word.
Yes, airlock. Oh my god.
I went and the entire way to the Amogus to remember that word.
Well, at least it had some use in our lives, that means. But no, originally I was going to have like a full airlock system on the back, but I decided that I didn't want to have to go through an airlock system every time I came in and out of the place. So my excuse is that since we're at normal air pressure up here, then the water level's fine, because like I said, that's how things really work. So,
my thinking,
what?
Like, do you have any pistons?
2 very boring minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good thought. It was definitely a good thought. How are you stuck in there? Okay. I was trying to figure out before why he hadn't, like, come and delivered me the item that, but it's because he's stuck in the floor somehow. Buddy. Pal.
Do they have, like, an actual use purpose?
Well, they'll pick up items that are on the floor and come bring them back to you.
Oh. Okay.
Or just hold the items in general, and it's kind of adorable. But I think are you stuck on what is happening here? Overall, like, I just want him to captain the ship. Like, I want him to I want him to be my onboard AI or whatever, but he just keeps getting stuck under things. I'm sad. I like, however, that you called out the fact that this would potentially, be airlock problems, but didn't note the bucket of water that I have sitting there, implying that somebody has already had to bail it out.
If it was a sponge, then I would have recognized it immediately.
You know, that's fair. And actually, the bucket
There's
wasn't
like a
meant to
single
imply...
block of sponge just sitting there, which is exactly how they've been keeping the entire thing afloat.
Oh my gosh. You know, that would, drying this place out was indeed a pain in the butt, so you're not wrong.
It moves because there's one guy just rapidly placing sponges.
But yeah, no, thank you for your opinions on it. An engine room is exactly what this place needs. I had not even thought about that, so...
I know, right?
Yeah, I also need to get a way to get back out the top so that you're not stuck always coming down to the bottom to leave, because boy, the number of times that
that's
I've...
another thing that like recognizably is very submarinical is a periscope and you know, a horn at the
Yeah,
top from which you call.
which I really want to get one of those on here, but I haven't decided where to attach it, because I kind of put the crew quarters in there and then realized, wait, oh, I still need to have one of those.
The way this entire like organization looks to me is the front would open up.
Possibly, yeah. And I think that the actual one I'm basing this off of, oh my gosh, sorry, my poor little robot is being adorable and like throwing himself against the glass to try to get to me. Oh my gosh. No, I think that on the actual one they loaded through the side. Like on the one in the movie, but
which makes like even less sense.
Yeah.
Because the glass dome opening up is like how batiscaves operate.
Yeah, but this is also
I don't know
like...
the actual name for them, but like it's deep sea exploration kind of a vessels.
This definitely was implied to be like...
Yeah.
I wouldn't... with the technology levels that were involved, I wouldn't want to see them try to actually reseal a glass thing. Oh, diesel.
Well, also, you
punk.
wouldn't want like this big a window on a submarine in the first place because, you know,
right?
Why?
But the aesthetics, man, just the aesthetics are so cool. But yeah, no, thank you very much for your feedback on it, and
no problem, no problem.
I'm sure that by now all three of our storages were indistinguishable anyway, so you are still, of course, welcome to come over and steal things from the ship, because heck knows I'll be over and steal things too.
No, by this point I'm just like sitting there waiting for you and Silent like to outbuild me with these.
Was going to just have an attic in the town hall as my starter home, but I decided that I just wasn't going to get the town hall done fast enough, so Dadcraft is taking over on that. And
this is quite the second choice of yours, I'll tell you.
Hey, it is
as
second
far as
choice.
plans B goes, like I got it. A submarine. A what? A submarine.
Well, the worst part is that I think that a full size of this is probably now going to be a base in a future season.
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to go for like an actual replica of the one from the movie.
Good call, yeah. Nice.
But I definitely am going to go for the size of one. Which is probably about the size of these two islands put together. Just saying.
Well, good luck gathering the sponges then.
So yeah, we've got a lot going on right now. We've got to figure out an engine room for the submarine. I guess we don't have to find out why Tiz's horse is now over there, but I'm definitely curious because it wasn't there earlier in the episode. We've of course got our main base, like, well, out of render distance in that general direction over there. That needs to get started soon. And, you know, the Hungry Games are coming very, very soon. Mr. Beardstone has some plans, and I'm gonna need to bust back out the old Battle Royale skin to do this right. But for right now, I'm gonna get back to grinding a bunch of stuff, and that means I'm gonna let all of you go. But thank you so much for hanging out. It is always fun being able to share with all of you, and I am so sorry that it has been so long between episodes lately. It is probably going to be a bit of a wait for the next one as well, because I'm going to be teaching myself some new editing software. Just because there's a lot of features I'm not too happy with on my current one. You stay back there, buddy. You stay back there. Keep moving. But that does mean that I'm going to be practicing that new editing software, and that I'm probably going to be posting some other videos. I'm thinking maybe Escape Simulator. I've been having fun playing that. Or might give another shot to doing some City Skylines. We'll figure it out. I'm just going to do a couple other videos to test out the software before we roll back with TB. And hopefully that means that before too long, we'll be around with some epic stuff. But for today, I'm just going to go ahead and say again, thank you so much for hanging out. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new around here and you want to hang out again next time, hey, please subscribe. Take care, everybody. Toodles!